Hi there, my name is Alexandra Dudera and I'm the founder and executive director of Saltwater Classroom. I'm joined today by Parker, who is our grant writer and strategist and was a key part of this project as well. I am losing my voice, so sorry if I'm clearing my throat here and there. Um, but our project was entitled Empowering Ocean Stewards, Restorative Aquaculture and Inclusive Oyster Farming Education, and in collaboration with Nauti Sisters Sea Farm and Maine Sea Grant, we developed a set of lessons for our innovative online ocean literacy platform. We're based in Maine and excited to share our project. Parker will be chiming in. We're kind of going to alternate. So the need for this sort of, aquaculture literacy, ocean literacy more broadly. There's been a lot of research recently into the fact that, United States teachers have an extreme lack of support to incorporate these topics into classroom lessons, despite their desire to and parents' desire to, and of course the urgency of these topics. So that statistic is from the Smithsonian, a recent study. Only 17% of teachers have the support to incorporate the sustainability topics that they might want to into the classroom. Our project seeks to address that by creating accessible resources for educators and learners. And then 50%, again, this is kind of speaking to why this sort of education is important. Only 50% of young people believe that the ocean has an important impact on human health and well-being. So again, there's just, kind of despite the outsized impact of our oceans, a lack of ocean literacy, a lack of understanding about our relationship to them, and ways that we can all be better stewards of it. And then coupled kind of with the growing blue economy here in Maine and elsewhere, whether it's aquaculture, the shellfish industry, or otherwise, but these, jobs are going to require an ocean literate workforce, and the need for ocean literacy really speaks to that growing workforce as well. Yeah, thank you.
Parker here chiming in. So our main goal was to create a series of lessons to create a comprehensive badge, we call them, on our online learning platform, which we've developed over the last year. And we were just talking about how our Oyster Farm Pioneer badge is the first badge that is fully integrated on our platform. So we're really excited about that, and just really grateful for the opportunity to do this project with the support of eeBLUE. So we have a 5-lesson badge with a really fun graphic, and just spent a lot of group effort finding ways to make it as engaging as possible. So working with Nauti Sisters Sea Farm, we went out to their farm in Yarmouth, Maine, and have a virtual field trip and a day in the life. So there's some video lessons and then some more like info lessons for our filter feeding and anatomy of an oyster. And then, especially with some support from Maine Sea Grant, we developed a filter feeding lesson that's a hands-on activity. So you can kind of mimic and understand how an oyster filter feeds and improves water quality in its environment. So that was kind of our main goal. And along the way, we also developed framework for this kind of collaboration, and what it can look like in kind of a system for going forward and incorporating more collaborative lessons, which really adds a depth to the education resources we can offer. And as well as spent some time thinking about what it will look like now that we have this active platform and built out restorative aquaculture lessons, what it's going to look like introducing that into classrooms with educators and learners.
Hopefully this plays. Yeah, there's no sound to it, and it's just a 15-second clip that we kind of have on our platform to showcase some of the visuals from the lessons. But just to give you a sense of kind of what some of the videos that we produce look like, it's again very short. And you can head, yeah. So our impact was, as Parker mentioned, not only developing the curriculum itself, which was a really fantastic team effort, again, working in collaboration with Naughty Sisters and Sea Grant, but also, you know, creating these lessons, creating these badges that will live on, but then also building out framework around it for future collaborations, whether it's, you know, different topics within aquaculture or beyond, or certain geographies, that sort of thing. And then also the implementation plan. So we've been doing extensive outreach kind of in our backyard in southern Maine, Portland and South Portland schools, but then also in kind of some more inland communities and communities that typically don't have this sort of access to environmental education. So that again has been a big product of the work, is just kind of laying the groundwork. And we were able to offer a preview, kind of a sneak peek of the platform and this curriculum at our annual party, our annual fundraiser that we have in August. So that was just a couple weeks ago now. And we were able to get some really great feedback and great enthusiasm from our community, and showcase what we've been working on with this support from eeBLUE. This is a filmmaker, Austin Mills, that we worked with. And I think just another, you know, in our session before this, some people mentioned the kind of unintended impacts. Like we weren't really thinking about the impact we would have on the filmmaker, having him out there with us and you know, documenting a day in the life of an oyster farmer, or seeing the hard work that goes into there every day. But it was just such an added bonus to bring other people along for the ride too, including Austin, who has done a number of projects for Saltwater Classroom, but this I think was one of the most compelling for sure.
And then looking ahead, as you mentioned, I think the next focus is the implementation. So we've got a solid plan for that, and we're going to work with our ocean educator team to test the feedback or the platform, and specifically the Oyster curriculum, just to refine it and make sure it works the way that educators need to in the classroom. And then, you know, continue that testing with learners and continue our outreach in schools and community organizations, and just let that have its ripple effects and grow in our community, and let our community grow as well. And then, yeah, as we now have our platform ready to go, we're going to be continuing to work on curriculum development in all realms of the ocean world. But I think there is so much just within oysters, let alone oyster aquaculture and aquaculture in general. So we're excited to continue to build out more lessons, and excited to collaborate with anybody who's excited about, I mean, you know, maybe creating some lessons together, and or if you want to bring our saltwater classroom resources into your communities.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the support from everybody involved.